to take on Luke Woodhouse or James Wade.
25.
Other players in this half of the draw, you've got Anderson against Vandenberg right now. That was the first match to get cracking in the last 16. It's currently 2-1 to Gary. And Jan van Veen and Mike de Decker make up the top half of the draw.
25.
But this should be a heavyweight match, and it sort of entices in the same sort of way that Van Gerwen and Dirk van Duijvenbode did yesterday, Mark.
25.
Yeah, I've just had the privilege of watching Michael Van Gerwen end the Simon Whitlock hoodoo over on Stream 1, averaging just under a ton. So he's put that little ghost to bed, and now he's taking on
25.
Gerwin Price, and well, if the fight to throw first in this match is anything to go by, we could be going quite deep. But finally, the deadlock is broken, and Gerwin Price will have the throw here. Averaged 105 in his last 2 games, Gerwin Price, and just signs that the Iceman is starting to warm up nicely here in Germany.
140.
He was in a bit of bother against Ricky Evans at 5-5, but he managed to plug a 15-darter in the last leg just to get his way through to play Scott Williams in the board final, where he found a bit more comfort, winning by 6 legs to 2. But like you mentioned, Mark, 105 as an average the last couple of games. That's a good sign for Gerwin. And he might need that sort of level to take out the winner from yesterday.
Yeah. Michael, who said he didn't get out of 4th gear. There were just signs against Whitlock in that last game that he was starting to find his stride. Well, this represents an altogether tougher test.
I wonder how many gears Michael Van Gerwen has. He's a bit like a Bugatti Veyron.
Well, he said yesterday 6.
He thinks he's got 6 gears.
I think he has got more.
I think he's got 9. I'm just going to be pedantic.
57.
If he's in 4th gear, trust me, I've seen him in gear 8.5, where he's unplayable.
95.
It doesn't have to be unplayable all the time. He proved that yesterday. But every now and again,
65.
you need to just brush gear 8 or 9.
Yeah, you get the feeling that might well happen here. But
86.
Gerwin Price is going to get first shot or double, although there's a little bit of pressure on here. It will only be 1 at tops. Tops in for Gerwin Price for a holder throw. Oh, the deflection takes him away from the target, so early chance for Van Gerwen.
Double 6. Uncharacteristic miss. And Price is not hesitant in going for double 10.
Game shot.
And takes a wonderful double 5 for an opening salvo of 20 darts.
Not what we would have expected. Things can only get better.
We've had 2 players walk out of that music in the last few years. One of them
100.
has been eliminated today. Damon Hetter is out. He didn't make the last 16.
No, he didn't. Gary Anderson, who's been in great form today, he's averaging 117.74, leads Dimitri Vandenberg 3-2. Just got rid of Luke Humphries in the last round, didn't he, Ando?
Imagine averaging 117 after 5 legs and only being 3-2 up. Welcome to PDC Darts, everybody, where stats don't make sense sometimes. He actually did start with an 11-darter, and he was up at 136 after leg 1, so
91.
maybe looking a little bit deeper into it, it does make sense.
Well, it's 3-3 now, so work to do there.
92.
And Ricardo Pietrezco is 2-0 up over Keegan Brown on Stream 1. So, Van Gerwen looking at 68 to hold throw.
They are jousting with each other in the early part of this game.
28.
And Price could make him pay for that miss. Another miss. But can he convert 60 this time with only 2 darts?
30.
Well, interesting, he left his single a lot lower in the bed, didn't he? So tops for Van Gerwen then for parity here. That's a nice marker, surely. And it is 1-1. Opening stages here in this last 16 clash.
This one's following the same sort of path that Van Gerwen has had over the last couple of days. He's involved in some very good matches, but he's not playing his best stuff. And the fact that he admitted that yesterday to Dan Dawson after winning, I think is a sign of just how relaxed he is. I had a little debate with Dan about where he's at mentally, and we both believe that he's just taking each day as it comes. He's not looking to set records. He's not putting himself under undue pressure. He's just playing games and enjoying it.
Yeah, he made the comment yesterday, didn't he, about it being a long day. And it did feel a long day yesterday, didn't it? But Van Gerwen, there was no moaning about that. He thought, this is what I've got to do. I've got to roll my sleeves up and come back again tomorrow and win again tomorrow. And I think that is the mindset he's in at the moment. As both players leave themselves the big one, no joy for Gerwen Price. So Michael Van Gerwen, this would be a way to warm up.
I think the 170 of the day belongs to Jan van Veen.
96.
Taking it out to win the match against Josh Rock after hitting a 180 to leave the 170. It'll take some sort of performance to take that away from him. But Price has missed tops again.
So nice. Michael Van Gerwen, who will look to step in. He'll be looking at tops as well. And again, that top little red bit evades the best players in the world. I think he thought that was in. Gerwen, the second one was, though. And on throw, he leads 2-1.
It's intriguing in its own little way.
140.
It took a long time for Price to get his first win against Van Gerwen. He was almost batting his head against a brick wall for years, trying to find that first win. But in their last 20 meetings, it's 11-9.
80.
I think that's really interesting. Yeah, once he's learned how to get the win, it's been quite tight from there on in, hasn't it? And
57.
Two players right at the top end of the game.
Two players that you would expect, really, considering what they've done, to be the top two players in the world. And there was an argument 2 or 3 years ago as to who was the better player, even though the rankings may not have reflected some people's opinions. But we're looking at the world number 3 and the world number 4 here, because it's Michael Smith and Wright in the top 2 positions.
Yeah, on current form, Peter Wright's got a little bit to find, hasn't he, with the
93.
Other 3. And Michael Van Gerwen looking at tops for 2-2. Double 10.
90.
No, so another missed opportunity.
There are frailties in this game from both players. You just
100.
wonder who's going to take the biggest advantage of it.
This could be a big moment. Oh, that's a wonderful dart, isn't it? Right in the middle. 2-2 it is. But trouble on tops for both players.
Now, they've played each other 4 times.
180.
Quite recently. Queensland in the final. That was won by MVG, 8 legs to 5.
60.
3 times in the Premier League this season. The last time they met in a ranked event was the final of the World Match Play last year, as Price misses dart 6.
Well, we've already had one today. Willie O'Connor hit a 9-darter. Alan Suter missed double 12 over on stream 1 for a 9-darter.
Where do you stand on the whole 9-darter 147 debate? What do you think's harder? There was a really big argument between, well, not an argument, a discussion between the likes of Wayne Mardle and a lot of us and Sean Murphy and snooker.
Yeah, I've been following that on social media.
97.
I think, and I can't recall the stats, I think the snooker one, there's a little bit more of a variance in what can happen. So I think that would have to be, in my opinion, the harder, but
Game shot.
I'm sure people will pick me up on that one. As Gerwen Price, it's double 10 and moves 3-2 up.
That was a nice 13-darter. A genuinely good increase in quality there in leg 5. And I think Van Gerwen has taken notice of that. Starting 140 is a good start, but he's got a problem because Price is finding that treble 20 with a lot more regularity. Starts 180 again.
Yeah. Average is probably not telling a story at the moment because Gerwin Price is starting to go through the gears, and as he said, Van Gerwen is going with him. And hang on. 5. Can we get 6 this time? Yes, we can. So Gerwin Price is on a 9-dart leg here.
And I'll tell you why he got dart 6, because dart 2 was amazing. It created this little crater for himself. He's going to go south first without success. It could be one of those brilliant legs that you see very rarely, where someone's on a 9 and they lose it. This is like Anderson versus Van Gerwen in Newcastle. And on that occasion, Anderson hit the 170. He's never seen the like. Oh,
120.
now Price can breathe again.
He can, but he's still got work to do here, although that will make life easier. Double 14.
Good.
Oh, beautiful. 11-dart leg. A doff of the cap, I'm sure, for that one. That was clinical stuff. And he is just starting to move through the gears now, Gerwin Price, and he's back in the middle of the red bit.
I was watching one of the cameras the other day. Price was practicing with James Wade, and they were doing finishes together. And when you were completing a certain number, and I think it was 6 darts they were doing, they would go to the next number, and I caught them doing 142. Price hit it,
41.
treble 17, double top. Then James Wade went up and hit the 143, and then Price wired double 12 for the 144. If you're practicing with your friends tonight,
37.
you try and do that. That's what the elite can do when they're practicing. Almost hit everything.
60.
Van Gerwen has got a chance here, though, to break back.
90.
Good last start. Gives him the advantage. Gerwin Price will want to stay straight here. The treble will be more than handy.
100.
Only a ton. He's not happy with that last start.
He had 2 wicked deflections off his first start, which was perfectly pitched in the bed.
140.
We almost got a 170. How about a 160? That's perfect. Oh, and it's happened again.
100.
It's got in 2 upright.
Yeah, just bounced off. So Van Gerwen to break back. 14 for tops. Bends the wire. Oh, double top has been... Is there a force field around it? Neither of them can find it.
You were saying, Mark? How about Price?
Game shot.
Oh, what an assist that was. That was like John Fashanu at the near post with the flick on. Wonderful assist from Dart 1.
99.
Well, if John Fashanu was flicking the ball on, who was putting it in the back of the net?
Laurie Sanchez.
Laurie Sanchez. I'd have got Alan Cork.
Dennis Wise or something at the back post with a little toe poker in the corner.
We're showing our age now, Paul.
Yeah.
But Gerwin Price is showing his quality, and he's 1 leg away. And Michael Van Gerwen's hopes of going back-to-back in Hildesheim are hanging by a thread.
You know, I should have said Kiefer Moore, being a Welshman up against a Dutchman.
Well, Michael Van Gerwen needs something from somewhere.
The last time that Price beat Van Gerwen
57.
was in week 2 of the Premier League this year. It was by 6 legs to 5, and he did so with an average almost 15 less than that of Van Gerwen. One of those mystifying contests.
Yeah. Poor last start there from him. A poor visit, really, all round from Michael. And, Gerwin can't capitalise on that. So Michael Van Gerwen has had a little bit of fortune. Elsewhere, Christopher Ratajski's 2-0 up
95.
against the informed Dave Chisnell. Brendan Dolan is in action against Andy Bolton. He's 1 leg to 0 up. And Luke Woodhouse 1-1 with James Wade early on in their game. So Van Gerwen then. No real pressure on this 70.
How about double 16?
54.
That's not cooperating either. Price has relaxed a little bit over the last leg and a bit. Just trying to let the game flow a little bit. He's not trying to put him...
Game shot.
He isn't. Maybe one of the reasons that he didn't is because Van Gerwen has not lost to Price in a ranked match since the 26th of September 2021. They've played each other in the Premier League loads of times since then. They've had battles in the European Championship and in places like the United States and Blackpool. But it is a good 18 months since Price beat him in a ranked event.
Well, this game's not over yet. On the back of that maximum for Van Gerwen. Another one of those would be more than handy. He's still in with a chance here.
I was just going to say, Price would have to switch if he misses
99.
with the first one, or indeed with the second, and he does leave 167 for the match. One of the best compliments I can pay a game like this is that I've not looked at the averages once until now. They're just a shade over 90. They're not that impressive, but sometimes they don't need to be to have a good match.
Well, this 129 needs to go for Michael Van Gerwen. Oh, that's a very handy start. Oh, no. That was not what the doctor ordered. He was going double 18, double 18. And he has left the door wide open for Gerwen Price. 14 for tops. One dart left for the match. And again, tops evades the Iceman.
There's definitely a goalkeeper in at tops. And there isn't a goalkeeper in double 8, so the chance has been missed by Price. Now he's got a break. And if he doesn't, it'll be a last leg shootout. So who's the goalkeeper in front of tops then? It's got to be Neville Southall.
Well, to have a goalkeeper save it, you need to hit the target. They're not hitting the target. They don't need a goalkeeper.
Keeper's got it covered.
99.
He's letting him go wide. Only 59 for Van Gerwen, not what he needed. Can he weigh in now and take us to a deciding leg?
We have got people in the quarterfinals. Gary Anderson with a vintage display against Dimitri van den Berg. 110.5 the average in the last 16 in a 6-3 victory against the former world match play champion. A little bit of revenge there for Gary, considering it was Dimitri who beat him in the final a couple of years ago.
180.
Ricardo Pietreczko through 6-0 against Keegan Brown, averaging over 101.
Yep.
But this game may just be beginning. Look at this.
That was a great last start from Gerwen Price. He's down to 128. Van Gerwen, who, despite the maximum, left himself on a non-finish and only 58. So Gerwen Price, who's already missed match darts, might get one at the bullseye here. He will get one at the bullseye for the victory. And he gets it. Gerwen Price has knocked out Michael Van Gerwen. He hit the bullseye. Couldn't get it done on tops early.